Hello, hello. How is everybody doing out there? Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, May 17th, and it is a gorgeous day in Chesapeake, Virginia. We are having a wonderful spring. The weather is good. I could have my windows open. It's been in the mid 70s, and when it rains, it's been raining at night, so that just makes it for better sleeping weather. So my name is Colleen Magnus, and you can find me at creatingwithcolleen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you live every Wednesday at noontime on my YouTube channel to share some inspiration with you. So you will take a break. Hopefully you're having a great Wednesday. You're in the middle of your week, the middle of your day. Grab a sandwich and just watch me create. So I am extra excited today because in about 16 hours, I get to go leave and catch a plane to England and then leave for Norway. I am so blessed to be able to do that, and Danny and I are just looking forward to our time together. And thank you all for helping to make that possible. So again, my name's Colleen Magnus, and today I was going to show you how to make a gift card holder using the cheerful daisies, but then I was kind of like, good gracious, I think the last 3 or 4 videos I've done have been with the cheerful daisies, which is fine. I absolutely love that suite. But I thought maybe you'd want to see something different. So I am going to be showing to you today the, oh my goodness, Earthen textures. The Earthen textures, I honestly believe, was made for me. I am, for those of you who have been with Stampin' Up! Long enough, I am an Earth Elements girl. I love everything fall. I love the colors, I love the temperatures, I love the smell of burning leaves. It's just my most favorite time of the year. And you also know I've always been into textures. Sometimes if you try to bring in extra colors into a project, there's like a real fine line. And when you cross it, it's like, oh my goodness, a little too much. But texture on a card or on a scrapbook page or on anything is always great. So we are going to get started. Again, I'm excited. It's a great day, and I hope you are having a great day too. So hold on to your hats. I'm gonna start up my computer here so I could see who's popping on, and then I'm gonna turn the camera down. So here we go. Y'all just hold on tight. Alrighty. So I hope you are having a good day. Again, I am. I've got a lot of running to do, of course. I always run up to the very end of a trip. It's just the way it is, and that's okay. But I have to drop some things at the post office. Tyler Jo has her Awana awards tonight. And of course, I have packed way too many clothes. Thankfully, they haven't made it to the suitcase yet, because I'm really going to go through and try to pull some of them out. You know, you always go with too much, and you have to watch that 50-pound limit. It's going to be chilly there in Norway. It's not bad, though, because I'm from Chicago, so I can handle it. It's going to be, I think, high 40s, low 50s, some rain. So we'll have our raincoats and our umbrellas. But every day will be a great day, I am sure. Okay, so I have Renee and Bren. I'm so glad y'all are with me. Miss Gwen is here. Oh my goodness, y'all just doing a lot of good chatter. I'm so glad everybody has made friends. So I'm so glad y'all are here. Let me see. Oh, Brent got a treat from Stampin' Up! Today. That is awesome. Yes, Sarah, it is a gorgeous day. I'm just soaking in this weather. So let me see. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. Caters is here. And of course, Kate is going camping. Good for you, Kate. You've got great weather. Hey, Patty. We missed you at Stamp Club, but I hope you're doing well. And yes, the goal is to have a great time on the trip. And again, just totally blessed to be able to take trips just like these. So this was the card. We actually did it in our stamp club. And of course, you know, I'm still hanging on to that pretty peacock. And you open it up and your gift card goes here. So I was going to do this because I already had it cut, and I was like, no, my clubbers have already seen it. Let me try doing it with some different product. So real quickly this morning, I went ahead, and this is actually called the Earthen Elegance Suite. So I'm going to introduce you to that suite in a minute, and I absolutely love it. Again, they're Colleen colors. There's your gift card that we have in the middle, and I'm going to give you all the measurements to make this, because whether it would be a wedding card, a birthday card. Y'all know everybody likes gift cards these days. Kind of hard that they took some of the fun out of going shopping, but at the same time, some things in life were made easier, and gift cards certainly did that. So if you turn to page 70 and 71, this is the Earthen Elegance Suite Collection. Again, this caught my eye right from the start. It was not a pre-order item for the demonstrator, so I had to wait, but you can bet I got it as soon as I could. It uses a lot of the awesome new in colors, and if you haven't seen them yet, again, Colleen Colors, loving them. But with this designer paper, it goes with Copper Clay, Moody Mauve, Pretty Peacock, Misty Moonlight, Pecan Pie, and Pebbled Path. And then this is your stamp set. So the ones that are highlighted actually are cut with the dies, but then you have some standalone dies in there too. And y'all know that kind of a distinctive rough texture. Loving that. Loving that. So this is the stamp set. Again, it has some really nice sayings. Thank you. You'll always know just what to say and do. Your thoughtfulness is much appreciated. With gratitude, and you are proof there is good in the world. I really like the fonts in that also. Then you have the dies. So I haven't made up my little cheat sheet yet for the dies, but some really cool standalone ones where you can cut some ferns. This gives like a basket texture. Very cool. I can't wait to play with that. Your vases, and then I love this kind of a palm leaf here. Very, very pretty. So that is your bundle, and if you buy the dies and the stamp set together, you will save 10%. Now this is the designer paper, and this is called Earthen Elegance. And again, colors are great. Just love it. So yep, I agree, Renee. Fall is the best. Favorite time of the year. So here is the designer paper. Looks kind of way too busy on my laptop, but hopefully you can see these. Again, very pretty, all those colors. So we have designs on one side, and then this is really cool. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. Then you have a pattern. Get it right way, going like that. Beautiful colors. Loving that Moody Mauve. And then this is really pretty, just a nice textured background. And then this I like a lot. This is going to be, I think the next two sheets, actually, they could be like the sheets that Stampin' Up! Has done in the past where you cut it in the middle and you can make 4 cards, because each side, again, I can't really see it there, see it much. They're actually like plants down at the bottom. And then this is just gorgeous. I think I'll just frame that. Leave it like that. And then here you have these beautiful colors. Again, if you were to cut it in the middle, you've got your lights to darks. Misty Moonlight, one of my favorite blues. And then you have this piece here. And then the back. So really some beautiful colors and beautiful textures. Now in the suite, they also show the natural 1/4-inch wavy trim. This is going to go perfect around the vases. Really neat, something totally different they haven't done before. So that's beautiful, but I recommend when you get this suite, also get the 2023-2025 in color jute. This goes with all the colors that are in this suite, and I think it also makes a nice accent into besides the other ribbon. And then of course you want to get your 2023-2025 in color dots, and this way you'll have everything you need to create beautiful projects, because you know Stampin' Up! Already did the work for you, which is why I love Stampin' Up! So let me show you the measurements that we are going to use to make this card. So this is Pretty Peacock. This is 4 1/4 by 11, and you're going to score it at 1 1/2 and 5 1/2. Then you have a piece of 3 3/4 by 4 of the Moody Mauve, And on that, we're gonna layer a 3.5 by 3 3/4 Very Vanilla. So when you make this card, it's only a 1/4 of an inch difference, whether it's this way or this way. Make sure when you stamp it that your orientation is more vertical. That's experience talking, because I did it this way and it will not go on the front of your card. So make sure that is the way for it to go. 3.5, 3 3/4. For your inside, you are going to need a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 Very Vanilla. A beautiful piece of that Earthen Elegance Designer Series paper. And this is 1.5 inches by 4. And then you're gonna stamp the vase and the other pieces. I'll show you that. So this is, again, this is kind of like that black cocktail dress. Great pattern to have whenever you're giving gift cards, because it can be used with anything. Just change your designer paper and you know, your sentiment, and you will literally have this pattern go for every gift card you ever want to give. So I just put it at the top and the bottom. And I do like using the liquid Tombow glue. It's really strong. You can use tear and strip, it doesn't matter. But that has created the pocket for the inside. So now for the inside, you're going to use these 2 pieces. And normally you think your paper goes here and you stamp on the right side. This is just the opposite, because where this is short, you want to see that paper. So what I like to do, because you know I like safe stamping, I'm just going to lay my paper there and I'm going to stamp my words, because if I mess them up, I still have another side. If I glue that down, then I'm going to be trying to take that designer paper off. Now, if you do, let me just say, take a piece of dental floss, slide it up underneath the paper, between the paper and the Very Vanilla, and pull it. And that is going to break the tape. If you try to just pull this off, you stand the chance of ripping your paper. So dental floss always comes in handy for that, because it's thin. You just, again, put it through here with 2 pieces, pull it down, and then this will pop right off if you ever have to get it off from where it was. So I will just kind of lay this here for my spacing. You are proof there is good in the world. And if you didn't like it, then again, if you wanted to, you could always turn it over. And actually that looked pretty good, but you know, you can always strive. And then you can pick which one. I like that one better. It was a little bit darker on the side. So now that I have this, I can take my stamp and seal. And I like to put it here where I can see the edge. And I'm just going to line up my corner, pull that up like so. And there I have my paper. Check my edges. I look pretty good on the ends. So this will be my inside. You're already halfway done with your card. So now for the front, keep in mind, we did want to go vertical, because this way is not going to work. So just make sure you have your 2 pieces like such. So with the Very Vanilla, I'm going to take the thank you and I'm going to stamp that up at the top left corner. And pull it a little closer so I can see. So I have my thank you, and one of the things I've been wanting to do, I really wanted to add texture to this with an embossing folder. And y'all guessed it. Can you guess which one? The online exclusives, the Basics 3D embossing folder. It's like my go-to folder, although I've seen some in the new catalog that I'm ordering today that I will show you. You get the 3 folders. You get this. It looks like starfish or flowers. These awesome dots. They actually look like circles, not a dot. Popped up circles. But this is my go-to. This is my absolute texture that I love, and that's what I'm going to put on the vanilla. But I didn't want to do the whole thing, because then it's going to be embossed up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss just below the thank you. So this way I still get my texture, but my words are not in there. So when I line it up, again, leave yourself some space. You kind of want that even, and use this line. All our folders have the line on here, and if you take your cardstock and line it up, it's going to help you get things straight. Y'all know that's important to me. So I have this. It's straight, and then I will get it perfect. Okay, so then I'm going to just take my die cutting machine. Let me bring it over here. I'm going to use the #1 base plate. And since it's a 3D embossing folder, I can lay this in here. Always put your folded part at the top of the folder so it doesn't bunch it through. You definitely want it to go on there. Then you're just going to take the #4 plate that you use for the 3D folders. I'm just going to crank her through, very nice and easy. And that will give me this texture, but see how it's just across the bottom here. It's not on my words because I really wanted to just, you know, have that texture. What can I say? So now that I have this, I can take my adhesive and I'll put it on here and then on the front. Now, when I first started this, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe I should put this on the bottom. I'm still not sure, but I think it might be too much. We will see. We will see. I might leave that as an option. Let me cut a piece of that. So all of you have seen the new catalog by now. And what is your favorite? What are y'all loving out of it? I know everybody has an opinion. So put that up there because it always takes just a minute for the comments. So for the vase, I am using this vase here. And I'm just going to take a piece of Very Vanilla and Misty Moonlight. So I will ink it up. Now when you stamp it, don't think something's wrong with your ink or your stamp. It's an earthen texture, so you know they're going to have texture. So that is the way it's going to stamp. And that is fine. It's absolutely beautiful. But here's what I thought was cool. When you take the die, I already cut the piece out, but when you take the die and cut it out, the die is slightly smaller than the pot. And I thought that was so cool because, you know, sometimes you have to be so careful lining it up, and then you have a little bit of space on the side and you have to trim it. But with this, you don't. It comes out perfect because you have just that little smidgen on the side. Now in there, you also have a die that is like this. So it's actually very cool because it actually gives handles to the vase. So I'll just put a little bit of adhesive on here. Line it up there. And now it has a different look. And I love that. So I wanted to do a little bit more texture, put something on here. So I am going to take the In Color jute trim. And since this is Moody Mauve, I'm going to get the Moody Mauve trim here. And sometimes I'll pull it to make it a little bit straighter. But what I'm going to do is just wrap a piece around this. Just make sure it's long enough. And to hold it in the center, I'm going to take a glue dot, just kind of squish it up. Let me see here. So if I'm I'm just going to pick a glue dot off, twist it a little bit, roll it up, and put it in the center. And that's going to help hold my jute in the front. So I will put this on here because I do want it to go around where that meets like that. Put a little bit of adhesive on the back. So I can wrap this as such. This goes this way. I don't know if y'all can see that I got my fat fingers all in the way here. But there, so this way it holds it nice and tight around. So Bren is loving the daisies, fishing, and hey Chuck, that is true. The fishing is on my list too, Miss Bren. Fresh as a daisy. And then Renee likes the Darling Details, the fishing set in the Earthen Elements. I'm going to have to look up that Darling Details. That's not ringing a bell, but the fishing is, and of course y'all now see the Earth Elements is. So I'm going to put this on here, but before I do, I have my wheat. Now what I was wondering, this is what I was talking about. So this will go on here. This will go on top. So that's pretty much how the original one is done. But I didn't know if I should take this piece here. I didn't know if it'd be too much or not. Wrap it around the ends. In fact, let me just tack it because this will go down anyways. And then I want y'all's opinion. So be ready to shout it out. If I put this down here, gives just a little bit something, then I would put this here and that. Let me put that first. I'm going to show you a trick with this wheat. So what do you think? That would be with the ribbon. This one is without. I think what it is, it's like, I was kind of wondering if it was like not much here, you know, if it needed something. And I am the type, it's like, I don't want, you know, too much, but I didn't know, do y'all like the ribbon at the bottom or do you like it empty on the side? Let me see. With the ribbon. Yep, with the ribbon, it grounds it. Okay, with the ribbon it is. Thank you, gals. And guys, if you're watching. So I'll just leave that down there. I have my ribbon. It's good to go. And now that I have it, I can glue it on the top here. And I always like to put adhesive on that ribbon too, to make sure that it's going to stay in place when I put it on the card. Good, I'm glad y'all like the ribbon because I really wanted to use it. Again, y'all know how perfect it is. You've got, you know, the cardstock. You've got the ribbon. We even have the embellishments. We have the twine. So it works out great. So on here, what I'll do is I will put, I've got my ribbon taped to the back. I'm going to take my dimensionals. And I can even put one like over the jute so that holds it in place. And since I have my ribbon here, I think I'm just going to take a smaller one down at the bottom so that ribbon will cut in between. But first I have to put this, and whenever I put them here, that kind of gets in the way of the U. So I am going to take, I've already stamped this as you can see, but I stamped it in Pecan Pie. What a pretty color. So I'm just going to take the scissors here and just cut that one off. So I can just trim this up. Nobody will ever know. But then that gives me the freedom to put this one where I want. I don't need all that either. Okay. So I'm going to put small dimensionals on here because I want them to pop up too. I'm not worried about the stems. But I did want to share with you, let me put this aside, when you stamp this. When you are stamping this or anything that has a thin stem, because in this set it does, especially these. When you have a thin stem like that, you don't want to be pushing on the stem when you stamp because it kind of, one, you wobble, and if you have ink on the edges, you're going to have it on the edges, and you just don't need the pressure there. So when you are stamping anything with any kind of long line or stem, you'll ink up your stamp, and when you put it down, put your finger at the top. Put your finger where the base of the most part of the stamp is, and those stems will take care of themselves. If you push down here, especially with the single ones, they're kind of, again, they're kind of wobbly, so it can either get blurry or you can get the ink on each side. So always put your pressure where the base of the stamp is, where the biggest part is. and it'll come out right every time, I promise. So here I will take these off. I kind of like that look where it goes off the side. Put this up before I drag my card through it. And then here I have my, let me see how I want this. Kind of hold it there so you know exactly where you want it to go. That could be off the side a little bit. Gonna make them go like that a little bit more angled. All right, and then this one can go just a little bit smaller. There. Now it's not hitting the U, so I'm happy. I'm so glad you all said ribbon. I definitely like it. And then I will put this on here. And then just to top it off, I will take those in color embellishments. And again with the Moody Mauve, so everything coordinates. I'm just going to put a little embellishment there. And that, my friends, is just how quick and easy you can make your gift card holder. Just slide a little card in there and you are done. But that is the gorgeous Earthen Elements, Earthen Textures bundle. So again, if you haven't seen it, do check it out on pages 70 and 71. If you like my video, please ring the bell so you'll be notified when I make it again. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you would like my newsletter, because I send a lot of information in the newsletters, just go to creatingwithcolleen.com and request it there. You can also order there. And if your order is less than $150, please use the May host code, this starting today. So thank you all. I will not be coming to you next Wednesday, which will be the 24th. We have an excursion that day, so I'll be out and about somewhere. But just know that I will be thinking of you and that I hope you are all safe. And then you will see me on the 31st. I will be back. So thank you all for supporting me. Thank you for being here today. And just thank you for being you. Y'all make sure that you do something creative every single day. And just know that you are greatly appreciated. So y'all take care. And like I said, do something creative while I'm gone. And I will. Thank you so much for y'all's well wishes. Appreciate each and every one of you. God bless now and have a great day. Bye-bye.